Yeah.
lead their team to victory. It's the Falcons going up against the Browns.
People got boosting up secretly on your ass.
And Charles Davis, they've got the call of this week.
We are just a stone's throw away from
Truth over there boosting up secretly on your ass.
we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. He gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
I don't know. Some nigga. Some black mask or what her name is.
And they'll run it here. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll give it to him right up the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. 2nd down following the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this for about 4
Well,
to
now.
the 46-yard line. Such a solid defensive effort a week ago, and they'll be looking to carry that forward into this one.
And confidence grows. Every time you have a great performance, you think the next one's going to be even better. That's where this defense is today.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead, and they're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And oh, it caught up. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. A call in luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here, 6 DBs on 3rd and inches. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
second down and 4. They come out here in the I. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They'll set up a throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
Target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on third and 4. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now here's a carry heading left. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The safety blitz stayed to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try to pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys work against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. I feel like we just ran a marathon. That was a long drive. They probably wanted 6 if they're going to go that many plays.
And there were no checkpoints, no watering stations, nothing like that, right? Terrific job by the offense, because not only did they possess the ball for that long, they wore down the defense. That could pay dividends later.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While one picked up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They come out here in the eye. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. More from Cleveland after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch catch the balls we just saw there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they won't get a touch. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen. Usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3. Those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll run it here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They don't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now here on EA Sports, it's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. A couple extra defensive backs are in there. Big play, 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. In there to get him for a loss of 5. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a
the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Yeah, the lead.
Get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the red zone now, they look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be... And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yeah,
and he'll take this one up.
Yeah, no.
He's going to use another timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
No, bro.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive
Everybody on the block,
to
so
eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle
Collins,
clean.
JPP, all
the
these
football and make a tackle.
Yeah.
In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Yeah, it did. That's why they lost to the Packers and gave his first win.
Now, as he's on to punt for Cleveland.
I was out there throwing them fucking crispy chaos. Them bitches was dropping that bitch to the cornerback hand.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
No, I'm just gonna paint it out with them boys. Really, true, I'm telling you, I really lost. That damn O-line.
Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. One possession game.
Tell me why Clay Matthews had 5 sacks and Mike Daniels had 3 and his D-tackle had 4 sacks.
They should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going. And set yourself up.
Well, some dude got the nano. This dude don't even nano. Hey, this is, I swear to God, the nigga with the tackle is so trash. If I had Odell, I really thought I could put the button on. Cover 3, they use the D-line. That's it. It's trash. But he got them elite D linemen like Clay Matthews, like Dave. As soon as he hit the button on him, he beat him. But he was sacking the hell out of him. Blocking the running back, sitting in the middle. He didn't nano when I feel like I'm getting nano.
Picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
Fucked up.
Back to throw. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And once they got beat by the Packers,
all else fails as a defender when you're not there in the coverage.
47-27.
Your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot.
3 pick sixes. Got sacked 13 times in the game. Nah, hell no. He used the D-line. Clay Matthews then had 5 sacks.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
That ain't got no burner. They'll see how you really beat that nigga. That nigga sitting there cover 3 and think cover 3 gonna save him. Like, if I had a burner, that nigga Reaver would have been getting his ass toasted. But like Shep and them can't burn Reaver, so Reaver about that. Reaver had like 4 picks. He was out there picking that bitch off.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The
Yeah.
clock cannot be
But
stopped.
Rick
Your
quarterback, that
defense
nigga
can't do
fumbled on
anything.
4 sacks, but we got all them back. I put Eli in the game. First sack, this nigga fumbled to the ball.
Winning situations each and every week. Victory formation.
Eli threw 2 pick sixes. Oh, this
Into the
nigga
locker
is
room and
trash.
celebrate.
Call it a victory.
That nigga definitely gonna win defensive player of the week this week, but I don't know which player. It's gonna be Reeves, Clay Matthews, Mike Daniels.
And he'll be taken
One of them
down
niggas gonna win.
And that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Cause the nigga Reeves had 2 touchdowns.